Hey, welcome back to another Vehicle Spotlight. It's Andrew and this is Fitment Inc. Television. So today we have a Mark 6 Jetta. We're going to check out some wheel fitment on this thing. This car is sitting on Megan Racing coilovers and it's sitting on the VMR V710s, custom powder coated. Let's go take a look at this thing. So first off, gotta say, absolutely love this wheel. Super cool looking color. It's called Candy Blue, and this is something that he actually got from VMR directly. And you'll see that a lot with some of the manufacturers doing the direct powder coat from the company. But if you order anything off the Fitment Inc. website, we can also get them custom powder coated for you. So if you're looking for some crazy color and really want to jazz up your ride, just let us know when you guys purchase the wheels. So the wheel we're looking at is a VMR, and it's a V710. You can see this in a black, a bronze, and then even a silver. So a few different colors to choose from the site. Size we're looking at for the GLI today, it's gonna be a 18 by 8.5 with a plus 35 offset. So if you come in here and get a close look at this wheel, it's a really cool kind of aqua metallic. I think he was thinking they were gonna be a little more blue and then they came in a little more aqua, but I think it's cool. It stands out. I haven't seen anybody locally with a color like this, so it's really neat. Nice looking wheel, you know, your classic kind of tuner style with the multi-directional spokes. And he's got this paired up with a Delinte DH2, and the tire is a 215/35. So what I want to point out with the 215 is this is a stretch tire, and this is actually the same setup that I ran on my GLI. It was a 215 on an 8.5 wide, and that's going to allow you to have some stretch here. And when I originally talked to Carlos about his car, we had talked about a 215 or a 225. Now 225 wouldn't have been so stretched, it would have closed this gap out, but he wanted to go for more of the stretched tire look to be able to expose the top of this wheel here. So it looks absolutely awesome. It's a square setup on this car, so front and back are the same. And 8.5 wides on these Mark 6 Jettas are basically gonna run you flush. Anything from a 45 offset, which is a little more flush to kind of sunken in. And then if you start jumping into the 35, 32 offsets, you're gonna have a little more poke that's gonna just kind of sit you past the fenders. So I would still call it a flush setup. If you cruise around and check out the wheel gap, you can see the car has been pulled down a couple inches, and he's sitting on the Megan Racing coilovers. I'll have to get the exact series of what it is, but he said these are about maxed out. So it's just enough to kind of close out that wheel gap, make it have a nice stance look, you know, make it look nice and clean. So let me give you the tour, the rest of the car. Come check out the back real quick. You can see the fitment. I'll have Mario try to get a side profile shot from the back and shoot this way, and we'll show you guys how this wheel sits basically flush. So once again, 35 offset, just a little bit to kind of have it poke out. You can see some natural camber from being lowered, and just enough of this wheel to sit out without having that tire pull around it. And of course, with this car being lowered, once you do that stretch tire, it's gonna allow for a lot more room and a lot more travel once he hits some bigger potholes and stuff, so this tire can travel up in here and of course not rub on the quarter panel. So this is actually just like the GLI that I used to have. It's a 2015 as well. It's a Mark 6 body style. So in the 2015s, they did change the taillights a little bit. They kind of ramp up here. And he has them smoked out, courtesy of Auto Trim Design out in Neenah. We've shot a couple of their cars. You'll see those spotlights coming. So they did the silver wrap on the mirrors and then also the taillights here. So super cool, you know, murdered out looking back end here. Really clean, just all black. This is the OEM factory spoiler on it. And while we're on the back here, he did the black tips on the AWE exhaust. And this is going to be the track edition exhaust. So he's got the full downpipe from APR, stage 2 tune on it, and then comes all the way out the back to this AWE tuning exhaust. And he also did a rear 2016 rear Valance conversion. So the crappy thing they did on the 2015s is they just did a really basic plastic liner. In the 2016s, they changed this, so he's replaced this piece to make it look a little more aggressive. You can kind of see the little diffusers that kind of go down. So as far as anything that's going on the side, he's got the window tint, which I think is 20%. It's got the WeatherTech vent visors. And if we jump inside the interior here, this is going to be the SEL trim level, which is going to get you the really cool seats, the VTEX leather. And the neat thing about it is it has kind of a carbon fiber texture to the seating with red piping. So really sporty, great looking car, inside and out. Great attention to detail on these GLIs. Has a flat bottom wheel. He has the aftermarket boost gauge in here. So he has a boost tap ran with the boost gauge. He has a piano black with the red here on the interior. And neat thing, these cars also come with Fender audio, so it's got the 9-speaker sound system, 400 watts, subwoofer, tweeters, all that fun stuff. And if you come around to the side here, LED turn signal mirrors with a blind spot monitor. And then these have been wrapped like a metallic reflex silver color. So you'll see this pretty commonly with a lot of the Audis. They have the black car with the silver mirror, so he's kind of going for that look with it. Then let me pop the hood for you guys. So motor on this car, it's going to be a 4-cylinder turbo, 2-liter, 210 horsepower stock, 207 foot-pounds of torque, and he has the CTS turbo intake. And to wrap up the front of the vehicle, the SEL trim is going to offer the bi-xenon headlights and then also the LED accent DRL. So this looks really cool. It has a nice Audi-esque looking styled LED bars that are coming at you when the car is moving forward. And the neat thing about the upgraded headlight as well, once again, just attention to detail that Volkswagen does, is you'll see this nice red stripe and it follows into the headlight casing just like the GTIs do. So pretty rad. When we're down here on the bumper, you'll see that it has kind of the 3 fins and then of course the mesh grille. This is the iconic GLI front end that they have. And then he did a lip extension up here. So this is the Maxton Designs front lip. So this kind of drops it down about 1.5 inches, gloss black, really kind of lowers the car, makes it look super clean. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions about this vehicle, drop them in the comment box below. We'll be putting up another GLI spotlight so you can see, once again, 18 by 8.5 is typically what you're gonna run to sit flush. Anything 9 or above on these GLIs is gonna get you a little more poke. So check out fitmentinc.com, look at this car in the gallery, add yours in there. Thanks for watching. I'm Andrew, catch you next week, peace.